If you want to make a gift that everybody will like, it's a personalized clock, and it's a little easier than what you think. So you can get a clock like this, beautiful clock, at the thrift store for pretty cheap. This one was about $2.99. And what we're going to do is take off this back piece. It came out with 4 screws right there. And then we can reprint out another one of these. So I designed this personalized clock. It's a little bit of a twist. There's some inside jokes, stuff like that in this clock, personal stuff. So make a clock like this. I drew it up in Inkscape, and then you can use whatever software. But once you do that, I sized it, printed it out on the printer. This is just a rough copy. We're gonna print out a nicer one, and then we'll put it on and put it back together and see how it looks. Here's the file I have in Inkscape. You can draw it up on the computer, and then we can go ahead and print it. And we'll do Control P right into Inkscape, and then it gives us our print options. And this is the one we want right here. And we'll go ahead and tell it to print. Now that we have this printed, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it out carefully and then put it on the clock. Right here in the center, I have it marked, and we're going to poke a hole in there right with a pencil, and that gives us a controlled way to expand the hole to the right size. So it's about right there, it's the size we want. I'll flip it over and go from the other side, just like that. And then right here on this clock, we'll see how well it fits. Carefully take it over, just like that. And then we can position it however we want and put it inside the clock. We're gonna go ahead and glue on the clock here. Just take a glue stick and put it on this, just so it won't wrinkle. Just like that. Sure you get plenty of glue. Let's wrinkle it. And then position it right there on the clock and lay it out. Here you can see how dirty the glass is, so we're gonna make sure and clean this before we put it all back together. Alright, so now let's go ahead and put the clock hands back on. It's pretty easy to do this. We'll just put on that washer, and then the nut that keeps it on. Just like that. This one can be a little tricky to get on. Now we can go ahead and put these hands on. Start with the hour hand first. And you can't just put these on in no order. Make sure you set them in the right spot. The hour hand, we're gonna line up with the 3, and the minute hand, we're gonna put up straight at 12. So it'll be 3 o'clock, just like that. Straight. Now you see whenever you turn it, it needs to go on a little tighter, so push on the sides like that with your fingernail, and that'll really set them into place. Make sure these aren't bent. They're really thin metal, which is super easy to bend. So, now that we have the hands in place, we can go ahead and put in a brand new battery and pop it in. And it's good that the clock works because we didn't test it before, so that would have been a shame if the clock was broken. Now we can go ahead and start reassembling everything. Put the glass in, take the clock, slide that in. We have our screws here, and we'll put them in. So here's the finished product. Everything is all screwed together, and we're just going to go ahead and remove that price tag and put on back plate, and we're done. Alright, so this clock is alright and done. So we're just going to go ahead and set the time, and this will definitely be a surprise. And we sure hope Debbie isn't watching this video, or else it won't be much of a surprise. So I hope you guys found this video useful. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.